about our Bubblehead giveaway day? Come to the game. Bring the family.
I just choose a side. What is it that's so difficult for me to decide? You know it's doing down.
Let's meet at the end. And now,
we're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. It's the NBA. And it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than their winless homestand they just concluded.
Yeah, and mentally, they're a team right now that's a little bit dysfunctional. And there's a visible tightness in terms of how they play and little flow right now to the game. They just haven't been able to sustain any periods of consistency.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Allen is out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's Carroll in at the three, the small forward. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
Here's Russell. James Harden picking up that last basket. Clock at 4. Here's the three. And it's LeVert missing. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Rodman. Ball against Russell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you know, with Paul, his competitive drive really exceptional. He wants to be one of the all-time greats, and he's got a great winning mindset.
And so Paul nails both of them. And one thing, Clark, about the Nets, they've shown in the last couple years that they are willing to take a risk on players.
And in many cases, it's worked out for them, Kevin. They traded for D'Angelo Russell when his value was rather low, so taking a risk on players who hadn't worked out for other teams has paid dividends, and I'd throw DeMarre Carroll in that category as well for them.
Deep 2 from Russell. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Houston has come out of the gates quickly. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's Russell after Clint Capella's bucket. Russell looking it over. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the Heat. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And Houston, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinion. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Not looking good for them so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years plus. He's taken it to a whole new level, almost 12 points a game in isolation in 2018. And his efficiency, the best in the game, is off the charts.
For the Rockets, Crowder comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Gordon in for Carmelo Anthony. And then for Brooklyn, Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Reed. Harris comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Now here's Paul after the miss from Rodman. And it's interesting, isn't it? Isolation, one-on-one basketball has lost favor league-wide, but Harden flips that logic on its head.
Yeah, it can still be a little frustrating to watch at times, Kevin, but it reminds me a bit of the way that Steph Curry changed the definition of a good shot, his deep range and marksmanship from long distance. Now more and more players are shooting it from that deep. Harden is changing the definition of a good possession because he's just so talented at making the toughest shots look easy.
And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Napier kicks to Harris. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Allen. Rodman with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And here's Green outside. Nets trail by 15. Napier feeling it out a bit. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that.
At the line for 2.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Russell passes to Dinwiddie. And Carroll gets it to go.
Like how assertive Carroll is near the basket, capitalizing inside.
And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 15-3 run right now. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Rodman is out there with Anthony, and it's Capella in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Grizzlies made some excellent plays. He had 9 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He led the charge in what was another win for this team. They are firing on all cylinders. Kevin?
Nice work, David. Thank you. His contribution in that game was a big one.
And whenever he's that effective, it makes them so much stronger as a team. Doesn't have to do it all, but it helps when he does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Greg, and that's what he'll be trying to do again tonight, in my opinion. Maybe not go out there and dominate, but put his stamp on as many different areas of this game as he can.
Rodman against Carroll. Just 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Russell. And the shot no good, a bit short.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Harden dishes to Rodman. From the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all, particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Russell.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter. If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
Paul kicks to Harden. Sinks the three-pointer.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Coming onto the floor for the Nets, Jarrett Allen.
Now Russell from deep.
You know, Chris Paul is a first-rate on-the-ball defender. I mean, you rarely get a clean shot.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Kenneth Faried is out there with Allen, and it's Russell in at the point. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Crowder, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for James Harden. Then for the Nets, Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And Harris subbed in for LeVert. And taken away by Paul. Three-pointer, Crowder, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight. Nets trail by 16. Harris with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Russell, no luck. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Paul outside. Over Russell. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Here's Hollis-Jefferson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. In the corner, it's Harris. 4 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Russell from long range. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Well, you look at D'Angelo Russell, and this season and last season, I really think it was just about maturing, and that goes with all young players in this league. It's a process. I thought he needed to get away from L.A. and the episode he had there with his teammates, and I think he's now more focused and knows more of what it takes to be successful in the NBA.
Passes it to Harris. From the arc. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 5th rebound in this one. And for Russell, he had maturing to do Clark off the court, but he has also showed maturation in his game on the floor as well.
Yeah, it's a natural progression for guys who are eager to get better and take
Inside, Rodman, and then Rodman with the dunk.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and you know, the ball moves faster than any bodies can, so that great ball movement and decision-making, they're making all the right moves, Greg.
Over on the wings, it's Harden paired with Melo. Clint Capella is out there with Rodman, and it's Paul in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Capella kicks to Harden. Stolen by Faried. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Just a beautiful read by the former Buckeye Russell. So gifted at making those decisions.
Rockets leading by 13. All up top. He's guarded by Russell. Kicks it out to Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 8th assist in the game.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Paul against Russell. The pass to LeVert. Back to Russell. 5 to shoot. Tipped away. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Harden against Fareed, and the basket by Harden. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Allen finds Fareed, and it's slammed in by Fareed.
Fareed known for being a great dunker. Give him any room to work with, and he's getting to that rim.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Capella. He dishes it to Rodman. Pass to Paul. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now. Up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
And good that time. 14 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Really putting on some kind of show here is D'Angelo. This is what everybody on that team wants to see more and more of from him.
Dives for it, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And this is going to...
1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, he is a high riser for sure. Hollis Jefferson, a walking highlight reel when he gets to the rim.
Back to Harden. Down low. They grab their own miss. The shot's good. And the Rockets lead by 16.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Hollis Jefferson misses off the right iron. And so here is Houston. Harden kicks to Capella. Rodman passes to Anthony. And they pick up 2.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Houston. Now here's Harden. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but...
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home.
See that? That's what I'm talking about. Good game, babe.